Hello, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. Yeah, let's get this thing on the road. Okay, let's turn that thing off. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be building some Lego. And I know some people are upset at the use of the term Uncle Wib in the title of this stream. I could have gone with Daddy, but I felt that that would be a little bit weird, and Father Wib is weirder in a different direction. So I settled for Uncle. But yes, I hope you're all doing okay. Let's get the actual. Where's the webcam? There we go. So I'm going to be building some Lego. Unlike the last time I did this, I actually have had some prep time and not just deciding to wing it halfway through a stream. So, oh, it's a Technic guy. Oh yeah, one of the little Lego Technic men. Yeah, which I just wanted something to put there because it just looked a bit weird because it's the bottom of the monitor. But yes. What was I saying? Yes. I hope the music in the background is right. I hope that's like a nice level for you. I just wanted something low down. Let me know how that is. And then once I know that's a good volume, cool. Yes. Let's just talk about this whilst I'm just waiting for a little bit for people to get filter in. Yeah, this is if you've not seen one before. These are the old. I don't think they make them anymore. But they're old Lego Technic like minifigure equivalents. They're like fully articulated, actually really well articulated for the size. But this one does, yes, just happen to have a real porn stash going on, which I can't get it to focus properly. But hey, who cares? But yeah, I did have the full pack of these. Because these are the ones from the 90s. I used to have all three of them, and I'm not sure where the others have gone now. But I still have this one. There's also an Ultraman knockoff minifig there, because I just wanted something else. But yeah. The stream breaking for anyone else. Is anyone having a problem? Is everything fine? I hope so. No problem. Okay, must just be a specific one. Okay, so what we're going to build today is... Okay, here's the box. This thing. I might not finish all of it. I want to at least get the van done. Basically, what this is... let's get this out because it's a bit easier to see. And let's move the friggin' mouse because I don't need that anymore. So, yeah. Basically, this was a range that LEGO did. I believe it's from between 1986 and 2004, I believe. But it was Model Team. Now, I always loved Model Team because what they effectively were was like... the stuff that we have now, like, you know, the fancy Technic kits that are... like, oh, it's a Porsche, or it's a whatever, or it's a Bugatti, or what have you, and they're designed to look like an actual real thing. They're kind of like that, but an older version of that, except they're not branded or anything. And what they tended to be was they were built out of like standard Lego bricks, but underneath they had like a Lego Technic kind of skeleton so that they could do certain things. So let's just put that to one side because I built an example. So, there we go. Basically, they'd be like a typical Lego system thing, but not to a minifig scale. But then they'd have basically this kind of stuff underneath it, so it'd have like the steering mechanisms in it and stuff, just to make them kind of a nicer kind of model thing. They're really cool. Yeah, they've kind of always done this kind of thing. But yeah, this is a thing that they did. Probably the quickest thing to compare them to now is like the Speed Champion sets, which are the best. Although these don't have like the Technic stuff in them. These are just really nice little real world cars built out of basic Lego. But yeah, I wish these weren't so expensive because I would buy more of them. I love these kits. They are lovely, even if they do have far too many stickers on them, and I hate applying stickers. Which is why the Porsche 911 one is my favourite one I got, because that required like 3 stickers. So yeah, now, just to put this out there, this kit is one that I had from a kid, so I had this one in the 90s sometime, and as such there are some pieces missing. I have my box of Lego miscellaneous stuff over that way. So if I am missing pieces that I have duplicates of, I can fish them out from there. But there are some parts that I might not have duplicates of, and we'll just make do. But that's the thing, it's a really old, it's an old kit, and it's moved house about 5 times, and bits have gone missing, which is upsetting, but it's Lego, you can make it work. That's like the cool thing about Lego. So, let's get going. Let's have a quick look, chat on chat. Oh, I'm glad. Hey Lynn, you have your gummy and you chill out. That's cool. Use green stuff to cover the missing parts. Okay, that would be terrifying. So let me take my hoodie off because it is uncomfortably hot underneath these 2 warm lights I've got in front of me. Okay, let's start. So, instructions are a good place to begin. Which unfortunately will be upside down for you, but this was the most sensible way to do it. Okay. Also, yeah, this is all the pieces. So this is the original thing. It's not, someone mentioned earlier, it's not polystyrene, this is just plastic, and cardboard. And I also have this. Being serious, I'd send with a Bionicle or 2, not sure if I build one. The thing with Bionicles is that they came out after I, stopped, doing anything with Lego. So I have, 0 nostalgia for them. I don't quite understand it, personally. But people get a lot of joy out of them, so fair enough. Okay. Now for the fun noise, you're going to spend most of this stream hearing me rifling around for parts. Especially early on, when I've got so many goddamn parts, that just finding what I need in them is going to be tricky. And oh my god, is the very first part I need. Oh no, I thought one of the very first parts I needed was one of the ones that was missing. That would be very annoying. Okay, it's 5 in. Oh, wait, it's 5 spaces, not 5 in. I am smart. I'm gonna have 40 people watching this. Have fun. Hey, Longfang. It's fine. It's fine. I'm used to people witnessing my failures. Okay. The other thing is some of these parts might be quite dusty, because this just got disassembled from when it was a solid piece. I had the van together many years ago, and I never thought to check it. Oh, another thing, I have also taken off all the stickers that were on the pieces, because over the last 20 years they'd all degraded and were just kind of a bit... Ugh. Oh, thank you very much, Penguin Sentinel, for gifting 5 subs. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Let me find all the parts that I need. If I was smart, I would have done a smaller set. But no, I had to do the big set, didn't I? It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Whip. What's the widdly woo guitar tunes playing in the background tonight? Oh, I'm playing D-Rock in the background on account of the no one knows who owns the rights to them. So, because yeah, Twitch is very funny about these things these days. It was either that or just like I was like looking up like, oh, what can I use for like music in the background of streams, and it was all like kind of, oh, these are like just beats for in the background, and I'm like, oh, that's not my kind of thing. But cheesy bot rock, that'll do it. Yeah, sure. But yes. Oh, thank you very much, Lynn. I didn't notice that. Thank you very much for gifting the subs as well. Oh, thank you very much. You're being very generous. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, Roll. If you could send that to me on like Discord or Twitter or what have you. If you want mine, I won't use it here because I don't know what's. Because I need to check things out. I don't want to do it midstream. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind sending that to me, I'd be very grateful. Thank you. Okay, I need 2 little 3 pieces. Okay. You can see this looks very much like a van, doesn't it? Play some fitting music in the background. Suggest brick by brick. Yeah, I'll just play brick by brick on a loop for like several hours. That'll be great. Everyone will love it. That is exactly the type of thing I'd do. Thank you for the sub there, Fortune. Thank you. Doot. Okay. Next step. We need lots of these kinds of pieces. Okay. I need like 3 of those buggers and... Okay. God, this is... Yeah, this is going to get a lot easier as this thing comes together, because there'll be a lot less pieces to look through. There you go. Then 2 of these smaller ones, and then 2 of the little peony bits. See, the peony bit, it's got a little winkle. Just I need 2 of these bloody things. There's another one. Okay. I'm just going to do... Okay, no, I found it. Okay. Oof. Rattling, boys. Yep. Everyone knows Lego Metro was the superior game anyway. I always like the original... was it Lego Racers? Just It's kind of terrible, but like fun. But it's funny, like I quite like the. I remember playing the first Lego, like some of the early like Lego games, like the of the modern Lego games. I remember playing some of the early ones, those, and quite liking them. But like I tried playing them again recently, and I just can't get on with them. Just something about the way they play drives me nuts. Okay. Well, just to give you some sense of the scale of this thing, yeah. Okay. Now for the turny bits. Or at least the beginning of the turny bits. One turny bit. Whoa. Like, you know what, I can't be asked to look for this. Let's sacrifice it off this thing I built to demonstrate a point. There we go. Problem solved. I just have to remember that I've done that so that I put that back afterwards. There we go. Okay, so I've got those two, and now I need 8 little bits. Okay, then 1 little black one and 2 4x2s. There we go. Oh, this one's dusty. Fortunately, I put a small brush to one side so that I can get between the studs. When I was in the Lego store in Liverpool, they had the massive Star Destroyer in the window. I had the honour of walking past on one day, and the staff member knocked it over by accident. Oh, Jesus. I had one of the big Star Destroyers, like, many years ago, like, one of the table-sized ones, which, it's not the one that I don't know if they still make it, but they made recently anyway. It's like an earlier version of it, like the back end and stuff was different. I remember selling that for like 350 quid or something. It literally paid for Snipe's wedding dress. So, you know. Sometimes these things, you can sell them for a fair whack. Helps if you don't have all the pieces literally over the instructions you need. Helps if you don't put it on upside down, doesn't it? Where did these bits go? Ah, yes. Send with a Lego train. Oh, I was looking up the other day how much Lego trains cost, and I got it was a bit of a terrifying moment when I realised how relatively, like, when I was a kid, Lego trains were basically they were so expensive that they might as well be impossible to own. And then I was like looking them up and they're going like, you know what? They're a lot of money, but like they're not an impossible amount when you're an adult. They're like, oh, if this is a thing you're gonna like and you're gonna enjoy, then yeah, it's not too bad. And you know, you can fuck around with it 'cause it's Lego, and I can put Ultraman in it, you know, if I want to. Yeah. Yeah. It's terrifying how affordable's the wrong word, but how attainable they are when you're an adult. But of course you also have to pay rent, so, you know, sometimes you have to say no. But one day. It's one of those things I always wanted as a kid. Okay. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Spent Rankin. When you reopen the PO box, you get sent so many trains. I was actually sent a toy train. That was Cass, I think, who sent me like a toy train a little while ago, which was very nice of him. There we go. Spent ages looking for that flat bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. These weird pieces. Just peculiar. I hope you have a Lego assembling license for this. Oh no, officer, I don't want to get done. Rebecca shows that Superstar Destroyer $800 to $1,000. Oh yeah, some of the sets like that are out of print or out of production sell for obscene money. It is ridiculous. It's I've got a ton of kits. Well, not a ton. I've got like 4 or 5 old kits that I kept from being a kid. Mostly Technic kits. And like it's very tempting to sell them, even though most of them will be missing a part somewhere. I might just have to like sacrifice one of the kits to be the one that has all the missing pieces, and then like spread the other bits I need amongst other things. It was some of those kits like the giant Millennium Falcon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that thing is fucking huge. Funny thing is, like, you know, I've been watching a lot of Nerd Cubed stuff recently. More specifically, all his Lego stuff. Because I just really like the little towns. I literally do not have the room for them. But they're so expensive, but they're so lovely. Just the little town sets, the modular buildings. Oh, I found the piece that I stole off the thing earlier, so let's go put that with that. So, there we go, all's fair. What's the last piece I was looking for? Oh yeah, I was looking for the little... I was thinking, do you know, like, when you have, there's parts that, like, you always think of them as being, like, whatever thing you saw them first used as. And so these were always used, like, for, like, to have a grille and lights on the front of cars. So I always just think of them as, like, a license plate holder thing. Why'd you have an Ultraman Lego figure? Because I like Ultraman. Yeah. I bought it off a stall in Norfolk that's selling a bunch of knockoff minifigures. There we go. It's got a Godzilla one as well. Okay. Why were you in Norfolk? I mean, why is anyone anywhere? I live in Britain. Even though, how are we doing? They're doing well, Shanus. How are you doing? £30 for a Lego train unmotorized just for display. It calls to you with. I would like. I do want to get like one of the nice modern ones with like the motorized stuff, just because like that was the dream as a kid, you know. I'll do it one day. Okay. Now we hide the Lego Technic undercarriage, that none may see it. Is that every piece from this stage? Yeah, cool. And... That's the longest amount of time that you kept a Lego model in its actual kit before knocking it down, making a spaceship. You see, I didn't tend to make spaceships when I was a kid. I tended to make, like, land train things. That was, like, my favoured thing to make. Although I did make spaceships as well, don't get me wrong, but, like, the land train thing was just... That was what the thing I always liked to do. Okay, those are 10 long, okay. It's quite nice that after all these years, I've still got the thing of, you know, you just quickly eyeball a thing and they're like, oh, it's got to be 10 pieces long, and just go, that's 10 pieces long, just from looking at the length of it and not thinking about how many studs it's got on it. Which is obviously easy when you've got like 4 studs, but when it gets above like 8, then, you know. It's just nice that that hasn't faded in my old age. So it was a squat, not a child. I mean, I would have thought that was obvious. Pieces. Pieces, what I need. Where are you? There you are. And 2 of these. These bits. And then, oh, a million. A million of these. Okay. I tried to make set into a transform. Yeah, I tried to make Transformers with Lego. That rarely went well, because this was like in the 90s, before you had like the Bionicle bits or any of the connectors that came out. So like, you know, there's like Star Wars figure kits and things like that. Before all of those, so there was no ball joints or anything, just trying to make them work. What I specifically tried to do was try and make not only Transformers, but like Power Rangers style like mechs that would split into like individual vehicles. But yeah, those were awkward, to say the least. Oh, shit. Heck. Okay. 4, 6. 8. 10. So 2 more. There we go. Excellent. I was ahead of my time. So we're to say not just Transformers, but GoBots too. No one has ever... No one thinks about GoBots intentionally, so... Isn't Christina basically a giant squat? You mean Christina Amwell? Because she's a gnome, not a squat. It's an important difference. You should not have said about that about GoBots. You know how the internet is. You know, as someone who has spent a long time on the internet, producing content, putting opinions out there, I will stand by my opinion that GoBots were a sack of shit and were just bad Transformers. And if you think differently, well, you're entitled to your opinion. But they were bad. Where were the GoBots going? Straight to hell. If there's any justice in this world. I like GoBots a lot, but because they're kind of shit, that's why I like them. See, that's fair. There's a lot of things in life I like because they're a bit shit. The reason Waluigi is my favourite Mario character is because he's shit. Like, there's nothing bigger than that. My favourite Resident Evil character is Barry Burton. Not because of cool things that were done with the character later. No, I like him for when his personality was he had a gun. Yeah, okay, so again, yeah, you're starting to see the sort of size of this. Oh, hey, dear Mac, and thank you for the raid. Thank you. Oh yeah, there's a whole thing like yeah, GoBots became like a thing, especially when you start getting into like, one day I will sit down and I will get into like Transformers comic continuity stuff because it sounds really cool. It sounds like they do a lot of really cool stuff with it, but there's so much. Okay. My favourite bit, when I have to have incredibly tiny parts that I can't find. And spend the entire time worrying that those are parts I've lost. And by worrying, I mean might have an actual confirmation. Okay. Concerning. Anyone remember those toy jet fighters you could buy that were rings? Yes. I don't know if I ever had any, but I did really like them. But yeah, I can't remember if I ever had any. Yeah, I think I might actually be missing these parts. That's a bit of a pisser. Oh well. They're not important. It's fine, we'll figure it out. And I reiterate, am I just missing that whole chunk? That would be unfortunate. I think I might be. Yeah, this whole section here, maybe they, when like I had it all together before, maybe they like broke off, and so I just don't have them. Okay, well, we'll, you know what, if we find it later, then we can sort it out, but if not, it's not particularly important, so we can work around that one. But that's what I said, you know, I don't know how much of this is together, how much of it is missing, so this is us discovering that, if nothing else. I do have other coloured ones, but I don't know where else in the kit they're used, so I don't want to cannibalise those just yet. Okay, there's one. I'm getting a little bit concerned here. Like, was there just a hole in this box and a lot of it fell out? Oh no, okay. Oof. Thank God I didn't mean this Lego building. Oh yeah, this is a speed run of Lego kit building. And so far I am, if 300 people in the kit in the world have speedrun this kit, I'm like 300. Maybe even 301 via some statistical anomaly. But also, hey Sal. This is such a good idea earlier. And now I'm not quite so sure. There we go. I found it. That's why I always sort the parts first. You see, now I would have done that, but the big problem is I'm doing it on stream. So to be at the computer where I have the microphone and everything set up, I have a very limited amount of room around me, so I only had the capacity to mix, you know, spread things out to a certain amount. Which is not ideal, but you know, you do what you can. What? No, don't pause. I forgot a couple of bits. Of course I did. I found those nice and easy, so we don't have to worry about it. Nobody worry about it. Stop worrying about it. Why are you worrying about it? Okay, yeah. Seeing how long this is taking me, this may not be something that I finish on stream. I'm sorry. may finish this off on my own time. Because this is if I keep finding all these parts that I'm missing, it might be an issue. Oh, Corvus, no, I didn't take offense. Like, you know, if I had the space to sort things out, I definitely would have, especially because I'm doing it in front of all of you lovely folks. But yeah, just pure logistical concerns. On the bright side, finding parts is starting to become a fraction easier. And then 2 of those. Actually got a fun one in here. Got one of the little ones that's got a printed thing on it. Just a little control panel. It's quite fun. Got 2 of them, apparently. Okay. There we go. Not, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, so these go at the back. Do you have the official authentic Lego brick separator to build those bricks? Of course I do. It's the old one, without the other little nubbin on it, but yeah, of course I've got one. What do you take me for? Okay, I was like, have I built that wrong? And no, it's just because it's like positioned one thing further along, so it looks like it's like jutting up to the thing, but it's not. Yeah, she just whipped out his Lego separator right on stream. That's a TOS break, man. I know. I like to live on the edge, though. No, yeah, she needs one of those. Okay. Okay, pop those back in here, and if I find the bits later, we'll add the little these little exhaust things here that I just don't seem to have the pieces for. Okay. Okay, so 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. A sip of tea. Wait, no, a Lego mosaic of the Wob image. That would be incredible. I'll get that, like... Can you commission people to make those? Get it commissioned and hang it on my goddamn wall. Okay. 2 2x1s, and then I need the bit with holes in it. Where did I put that? I saw that a second ago. There we go. God, there's a lot of pieces in this stage. It's this, all of this. Okay, and then I need, oh Jesus, like 7. I don't know why. Given the fact that of how many times I've had pieces that have just not been in this kit, whenever I find something that has like, oh, have 7 of these, I'm like, oh god, I'm definitely gonna be missing some of these, aren't I? Give me individual pieces and I don't have quite such a view. Even though, like, there's no actual difference between those two things, but you know. I wonder how much money I could make off Technofalls if my NFT selling OnlyFans. Oh yeah, probably. I saw fucking, what's his name? Fucking Jack the dickhead who runs Twitter selling, you can sell tweets. I hate crypto so much. I hate all of it. Let's just fucking murder the world so that we can make artificial scarcity of things that are not scarce. Ah! I hate it so much. It's the worst. No, I can't find the last piece I need. Hecking flip. It's my one where I'll have to dig something out for that one, because that's looks like that's an important piece, so I'll go and deal with that. Ferrus Manus would use Connects. Perturabo would use fucking Snap. Fucking Connects knockoff that Lego made. Found a website for making Lego Mosaic of Wob. Amazing. Okay, I need one of those. So we're actually getting into some of the Technic parts. Okay. Hey, Bromby. How you doing, friend? Oh, no. That's why that didn't go together right, because I built it wrong. That would be the good reason. Oh, hey, Hans. What am I building? I'm building a van. I say building, but what I'm actually doing is finding out how many pieces are missing from this old kit and swearing a lot. Okay. So that's together at the front. Alright. Okay. There's a lot going on this step. It has to be said. Okay, so there we go, we've got the bit of the steering there. is they draw the rest of the fucking owl kind of step. Not really. It's just there's just a lot of bits and pieces that are going together in this step. So it's you just kind of going, oh, okay. It feels like it should have been broken down a bit. I think if it was in a modern kit, they probably would have broken this down into a few steps. And those go just in the middle? Yeah, it's just in the middle for some reason. I'm sure all will become apparent in time. Okay, actually I need one of those. I just got overexcited apparently. Okay, then need those in there. And put the red lights on. I've uploaded the actual Wob mosaic now there for all to see. Amazing, Zach. If you want to link it so chat can witness the majesty. Let's just have a quick check, because there was that one part I was missing. If I can't find it in here, I will quickly dip off camera to go and raid the box to try and find a spare one in there and hope I've got one. Ah, no, good, I found it. Excellent. It's the problem where you've just got a fucking thing full of black pieces. Like, it's just really hard to find individual bits at times. Okay, so those two bits and long bits. And a couple more long bits. Oh, let me have a look at this. Excellent, excellent. Horrifying. Okay, just need those. Then four 2 pieces. I'm aware that I probably sound like a rambling mad person, but it's fine. All is fine. Okay. You don't mind that your Twitter profile right now. Tempting. That's you know, I'll have a quick see how it looks. Because I don't know if Twitter's compression might completely ruin it. It's a lot easier when I'm not, like, reaching over. Also, when I don't have... We screwed up our old mouse, and now we've got this one that, like, clicks unreasonably loudly. It bothers me immensely. It's actually an old one. Okay, might have to zoom in on this a little bit. No, I don't know, you can't really make out what it is. Okay, I am now Lego me. Enjoy that. Twitter people. What happened to the Steel Series mouse I bought you? Was that the fucking what they're called? Fuck. Names fall out of my head. Yeah, it's a Corsair one. It's gone a bit wrong. Yeah. Unfortunately. It might be fine. I just need to have a proper look at it when I've got like the time to do it, but I just haven't had the time. I say building Lego. Okay. At least this thing's starting to take shape now. Well, if I say take shape, I mean you're starting to see the size of it. Yeah, the difference on the Twitter avatar is barely noticeable at this scale, but you know, I might have a bit of a fiddle later and see if I can get it looking better when I'm not, you know, streaming at the same time. I've completely forgot to find a couple of pieces. Woe is me. We'll get all the pieces on first. Where do these pieces go? Oh, they go here? Okay, sure, whatever. Okay, where's that bit I needed? Find anything? It's too long. I get 6x2s. There we go. Okay, oh fun. We get some yellow pieces. Isn't that fun? Oh yeah, these are interesting. So these are just clear pieces, but because they represent headlights at the front, they have a little white sticker on the back of them, so that white shows through, even though there isn't white behind them. Should put that on camera. But yeah, so, because if they weren't that, then you'd just be able to, you know, see through it to the stuff behind that you wouldn't really see anything. Just a, yeah, it's a thing. Okay. Where are you, you little dickhead? Stop hiding from me. There we go. Then I need a bunch of red. Yeah, so that's what that attached to. That's why I needed that. I think that's so there's a boot that comes down, and I think that's how it like latches onto that. Or we think, if I remember correctly, it has been some time since this was assembled. As I may have stated 10 or 20 times so far. Oh, thank you for the resub there, Long Fang. 32 months. Heck. Yeah, Rustbot, they'll do like weird coloured things on the inside because it's so much harder to do when you don't have that like extra little colour guide. Like when you're not going to see it, like yeah, it makes sense. It's a really cool idea. A smart way of dealing with a problem. Ah, see you, Zaku. Yeah, if I don't get this finished on stream, I'll build it off afterwards and I'll put pictures on Twitter. I should get... I hope I can get at least... I might get the truck finished. Yeah, yeah, it's not actually that many steps left. Well, there is a lot, but you know, like... I'm like... Yeah, I'm like halfway. Apparently, according to steps anyway. I guess because the other part just builds like straight up and it's less of this fiddly stuff at the bottom. And I probably have spent most of the time looking for stuff as well, so... Now I need a crap ton of little 2 pieces. And these fun grill pieces that, again, when I was talking earlier about, you remember things as what, I always remember things as what I first saw them used as, so I always think of these as like the grills at the front of a truck. Yeah. Oh, I need 3 of those. There we go. Not much left. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's... I mean, it's a lot, but it's not much. Yeah. Yeah. I am a nightmare, I'm aware. Yes. A thing has been named after Abaddon, which is quite fun. It's nice finally starting to get to the yellow because yeah, the whole thing has like a nice like stripe pattern down it of like yellow and red, which I quite like. Okay, where the hell do all these bits go? Okay. Someone there. One there. I presume this is to do with, there'll be like a steering wheel inside, so it needs to be asymmetrical. I wonder if that means that I can build it as being either left or right hand drive if I, like, thought about it beforehand. That'd be fun. Chunky piece. Big chunky piece. The only problem with these kits is you don't have enough of these. Just a big 2x4 proper Lego piece. That's a proper Lego piece. Fun fact, the first Lego kit I ever, or kits I had were my mum's originally, so they're like, I think there's kits from the 70s, and like they're like pre-minifigures existing sort of thing. Like all the pictures on the box had like pictures of die-cast cars with them. because even cars like were pretty basic at the time.
Big chunky piece. No big chunky piece. I require you. Please answer my calls.
There we go. I just had to sing the song of my people. The people desperately looking for a Lego piece and can't find it, and so start uttering calls to some divine power to help them. Okay, those two. Oh, I need another cog. There we go, there's a cog. Here we go. Yeah, I think this is going to be a bit for like a steering wheel. It's a little hinged part. Yeah, there's something, I don't know, there's something very satisfying about putting in the big chunky blocks. Makes me happy. No idea how long the thing on the end needs to be, but we'll figure it out. Not that long. There we go. If you turn that, let's get this right way. Then yeah, see the little things turn around. Cool. And where do these go? Ah, they go on the end there. Anyone know when the new Warhammer Collectible magazine launches? I don't, actually. I had a quick look at the website. It didn't seem to have a date on it or anything. And I remember Conquest had a similar thing where it was like, is it out? Is it not out? And then it just kind of was one day. Because I really want to pick up issue 1, if nothing else. I just hope they don't do the fucking bullshit. Because the reason that I unsubscribed from Conquest is because they started to do all this, like opt-out bullshit where if you don't specifically get in contact with them, they're like, oh, we're just going to charge you an extra £15 and give you a book. And it's like, well, no. Let me opt into things like that. I probably will. But, like, don't... That's just wrong. Don't do that because you're relying on the fact that people will not notice and then suddenly they'll have an extra thing and you're just relying on the fact that most people are too fucking polite or have other things going off in their life. Sorry, that really bothered me. It's really annoying. It's scummy behaviour. Makes me reticent to subscribe to them again. Okay, I'm going to use only 2 of the little grills. I always like these little pieces, little grill pieces. I don't know. You know how it is. Because you end up with those Lego pieces that you just find quite fun. Oh yeah, this is one of those pieces that I don't know if I ever had in any other kit. It's just really weird. 4 of those. This is another one of those stages where it's just a lot of little things. I'm using these, which are quite fun. Just the little one pip squares with the little handle thing on them. Spin almost the same come to the AOS one. Yeah, yeah, it'll be opt out. Like I said, they've just not got over that really scummy practice. Yeah, no. Fuck them for that, quite frankly. Fuck them.
I just need one more. Give me one more. Please. I just want one more.
Okay, sir. There we go. Okay, all those. Oh, I've got these fun little corner bits. I got the Marvel book sub and they just kept extending the number of books, took up too many shelves, so I gave up. I don't blame you. It's the thing with like these kind of subscription services, like they can be quite good if you know what you're getting into and if they don't take the piss. But you know, you have to know which ones to go in for, because some of them are just a con. But you know, like the Conquest or Mortal Realms, you got stuff for a lot cheaper. It was a really cheap way. A ton of the Primaris Marines I have for my Blood Angels are from Conquest, because it was a nice cheap way to start them off. We bought like 5 copies of the first one, so we made like multiple squads out of those basic things. But you know,
Blue End had to get scummy.
couple of white pieces. Don't get those very often in this kit.
Okay, and
There we go, that bit. And then I'm just looking for
the second one, that grey bit.
Well, I hope it's not anywhere important.
Yep, it's somewhere important. Okay, that's a pisser if I can't find it then, isn't it? Oh shit, I think I am actually missing that bit. Unfortunate. And I don't think the kits that I've got will have a
spare of that.
Give me 1 second. We'll yeah, no, that's just not there.
Well, that's a shame. Oh well. It could be slightly busted. Do. That goes like that, and then this goes over the top. And yeah, we'll just be missing one of these things off the edge, which is a shame. But I can see how that went missing, because that's just being held on by a single thing. And if you were playing with that as a child would do, yeah, you'd knock that off really easy. There's a reason I thought those things that were physically on the desk, you thought they were a photo overlay. No, these are real. Unless I can reach into the overlay. Ah. That'd be that'd be a funny twist, wouldn't it? Like I'd carefully green screen it so I could just reach outside the frame. That'd be a pain to do, but it's doable. Tempting. Okay, cool. It really bothers me. I'm missing that bit. Hey ho. Okay, and then I like these instructions where it's like, oh yeah, put the thing down. Where to? About there. You're not gonna give me any guide. No, just about there. Okay, cool. Sure. I'll do the thing. Oh, these go on the back. I missed that. Okay, so this is actually held on a bit tighter than I initially thought. So, not sure where that bit's missing from then. Oh well. If I find it later, I can pop it back on. The thing I find very funny is the newer COD games don't get as many licensing rights for different guns, so they have to essentially make up scuffed copyright avoidant versions of weapons that look really goofy and silly. Honestly, I've not played a COD game for a very long time. I think the last one I tried to play was Black Ops 2. But Black Ops 1 is... like, I actually played that after playing Modern Warfare 3, and that's where I stopped playing the series, like, in its entirety. I was like, what does that not match up? It's because I put those in the wrong place, because I am not a smart man. Okay, and these bits go hither. God, this thing is getting like really weighty and chunky. It's very satisfying, I have got to say. No, I apparently missed a step earlier. Didn't put these bits on. I completely missed that. Because I'm good at this. Okay. Oh, okay, got a couple of tall boys. These are, as fans of the streaming community that we have will know, these are long, long bricks. I need a 3x1. A 4x2. Okay. Oh, the single pip. Delightful boy, sweet boy. We love, we protect. Oh, fun! We have a steering wheel in it. For the very complicated thing of making a steering wheel. Sorry, I just saw someone going like, "Oh, basically, I saw your latest video in my feed, and I assumed it was someone else, so I ignored it." Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, quick thing actually. If anyone, if I assume a fair few of you will have seen the latest video we put up, the objective model reviews video. Let us know, like, how did you lot feel about it? Because like, I know like some people didn't like it very much. A lot of people seem to like it, and we're sort of like trying to figure out how to make that better. Because it's basically just a silly little thing that we can make in like a day between big episodes, because like we do ourselves no favor on YouTube, because like, you know, we upload like a few podcasts throughout the month, and then we upload our like big video at the end of the month, and it doesn't help us all that much. It's might get stale if done too often. Yeah, that was the thing, we were going to do them like once a month tops, and not like a permanent thing forever, just doing it for a bit, you know. Gender euphoria has been hitting hard lately. Oh, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Oh shit, I need those little grill things. Yeah, that's getting, as I say, it's getting nice and chunky. Yeah, one thing we're going to do with like the model review thing going forward is to try and like cause we're trying to like find a nice pace for that kind of video, because that's the thing with something like that, you've got a lot of stuff to cover, and you don't want to like make it too light, but you also don't want to make it like too in depth either. You've got to try and find a nice even ground, which you know, can take a little bit to kind of figure out where that sits for you as a creator. Oh god, don't tell me. But please don't be missing this piece. This would be a very annoying piece to be missing. Ah, shit. Found serotonin, and now I'm feeling like being a brat. You be a brat. You have fun there, Scarlet. There we go. Found it. Okay, good. Panic's over. Panic's over. Now I need to find the other bit I need. There we go. All is well. Okay. Oh. Okay, yeah. That is 100% a piece I'm just missing, so give me 1 second and I will go and acquire one. That was easy. Sometimes it's easy to find the pieces that are just 100% missing. And I know that these pieces, which are these, I know I was missing one of those, so I pulled out a couple of a different colour from a different kit. So I knew that wouldn't be a problem. Not quite as pretty as it could be, but again, we'll work with it.
some of those.
And then some of those. Right, so big chunky things on the back. Okay, now we're putting in the dashboard, so that can kind of lean back. You've got a little. Let's try and get that on screen. It's got a little dashboard there, which is quite fun. Accidentally put that on slightly wrong because I'm good at this. Okay, where do you go? You go on top of there. Okay. Okay. Need a couple of hingy boys. Tell Snipe that I love her if she is in the room. She's not, she's in bed right now, but I will definitely tell her for you, Scarlett, don't worry. Okay, and that goes there, and then we just need a couple of little bits to go on the bottom. This is going to be another really mundane piece we're missing.
I think it might be.
There's enough black.
A few enough black pieces left.
That the missing bits are starting to stand out a lot. Something. Oh no, we got it. Sorry, I was watching the last of the Swedish Eurovision for reasons beyond me. I've not watched Eurovision in a long time, and I kind of wish I have, because I always had a lot of fun watching Eurovision. It was very silly. I like the mix of things where like half the people are taking it very seriously, and the other half are just fucking around. Like it with Miss Mix. Oh yeah, Mod Hell. This is from the 90s. It's been through several house moves, so it's missing some bits, unfortunately. And I didn't know which one, like how much was missing, until I start to build it. So you know. Those two bits, and then we need lots of little, I want to call them doots, single doots. I don't know why, but that's just the name that comes to my head. Okay, I opened all this and okay, it needs to go up here. There we go. It's all coming together. And that fits. I remember, like, my uncle had a Land Rover that had one of these kind of, like, sets of seats where it's, like, just, what's the word? It's like a bench seat without, like, a missing bit in the middle for where a gear stick goes. It was just, like, magic to me. I was like, oh, that's amazing! Because I never had, like, been in any other car like that before. I was very easily entertained as a child, apparently. Okay, big chunky yellow bits. Eh? Okay, steering still works. Everything's fine. Okay. Need back to one of those stabby things. Stabby. In the front like that. I shouldn't be building this. I'm just reading it. Like, this is a terrible way to do it. I just sort of naturally settling into it again. I need to stop. Behave. Little pinchies. Little pinchies. For half a second, I misheard Land Rover as Land Raider, and I was thinking, when did Lego do 40k? Oh no, this is an actual Land Rover that my uncle had. Chill and accepting place for Lego building methods. Oh, I know, but it just makes it hard. That's more of a I shouldn't do that because that makes it hard for me to figure out what I'm doing, and I'll make lots of mistakes that'll be very annoying. Not for you. You all know how you watching the stream. You understand annoying, but it'll be annoying for me, and that's what matters. Oop. Oop. There's a gate piece that goes on the front here. Missing that in its entirety. That's just not here. You know what I'll do is I'll build it fully, and then we'll see what's missing, and then I shall reconstruct like parts of it to make it work with the missing bits. You know, like I'll remove all this and not worry about it. Like, it won't matter. We'll figure it out. Okay. A very long one. And it's going to run this as a weapon support or a pure troop transfer. Okay, so that and that. Okay, I need that. Need these two little single bits. I like how periodically YouTube's just like, oh hey, are you still listening to that music? And I'm like, yes I am. Please don't. Picked up the one that was too long, wasn't I? There we go. vaguely remember this being a time when many Lego kits could be made as a dragster. It's funny you should say that. It's hard to get in the shop. There's the dragster that you can make with this. Oh, that's what these little things were for. And so you could put these on as wing mirrors. Cool. That goes across there. It's really starting to come together now. Now we've got some of the big pieces coming in, like the windshield. Two of those, whatever they are. Which we just do not have. Wow, okay. As we pull into the home straight with this kit, more and more pieces become mysteriously absent. Okay, give me 1 second, I'll go and grab something to fill in for it. Okay, so originally these were little, it was supposed to be these little bits, and they had, so they could attach the lights to on the back here, but I apparently do not have those, so we shall make do with them like that. Just do what we can. We do what we can. Okay. So put the doors on. So fun fact, these doors, I presume earlier versions of it had stickers that just went across here, and later versions had it printed on, but the later versions still had the same sticker thing, so it came with stickers that you can see there, that are like, oh yeah, you need to put the yellow stickers on them, and it's like, but they don't need to because they're just printed on. So it's just weird. Where do these bits go? Ah, they get there. And some stick upon temp graph. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, this is ye old stuff, so there's some oddities about it. Okay, yeah, we're really in the home stretch now. These are a bit wonky, but yeah, there you go. Put those in the wrong place, didn't I? Silly bugger. Okay, here's where we get into the real nitty gritty. Okay, this is like, oh, you need these things. I'm like, I don't need these things because I don't have that bit anymore. So sure, we'll just remove these bits for now, so we can put them there. Okay, so I've got those and those. Okay, now I need 2 apes. We're gonna start making a boot or trunk for my American viewers. Okay, I need 2 sixes. There we go. Can you imagine how many more pieces I'd be missing if I actually was to build the boat and trailer at this point? I don't even want to think about it. It'd be terrifying. Okay, now I need these little things and I don't want to know why the term penile secretion was just typed in chat. What? Terrifying. Truly terrifying. Okay, I think that's everything. This would be easier if I wasn't building in the same place that I was reading the instructions from. I'm doing okay. How are you going, Destroy? Oot. I like where it's like repurposing these like windows that are just for like houses. It's just a back plate. that the whole thing? Oh no, we need to fix this and this. No, got to put these on. There we go. Got an opening boot. That's fun. Okay. This is a bit fiddly because the doors don't... Because the doors need to open so they're not super tight in. So they kind of wobble around a bit. Fit on you, cur. You cad. Scoundrel. See, I just had to use old-fashioned insults and everything was fine. There we go. Got nice little doors. Lovely. Okay, and then that goes at back. That goes like God. You can see on here where the when it was built previously. I don't know how well that comes across on camera, but you can see the dust. Get my little dusting brush out. Which doesn't really help because this is old, caked on dust. This is like vintage dust. This needs like a proper wipe, which I may do later. Oh, now I need to put this. It's got little windscreen wipers, which is quite cute. See, isn't that cute? Little windscreen wipers. Okay. Now for the window. The window's on the side. Within striking distance. I think that's the final. Yeah, that's the final step. Nearly done. Nearly done. I won't be building the other things. If I'm missing this many pieces from this, I will be missing so much from the rest. I don't think it's even worth doing. And this is the funnest bit. The boat was a bit shit, honestly, I remember. Kind of always been a bit disappointed by it. Get out of my way. Okay. Four, 5, 6, and a couple of 3 pieces. I love the Lego orgy mobile. How many alt boys does it carry? Well, it depends how many you can fit on there, doesn't it? Take off the top, but you can easily fit a unit of 50 boys in there. Yeah, probably. It's a pretty chunky thing. I will, for size comparison, I will go and grab a battle wagon when it's put together, so you can see how big it is. Because that's the only way that we can understand size comparisons is to grab a 40k model. I've seen one of those. 2 on. To the moment where I was like, oh, I'm not missing that little Lego Technics art, am I? I can't be bothered to go and get up and grab one. Okay. Where do these bits go? Oh, they go on there. Okay. Just for some reason. Okay, so now I've just got to build a couple of this thing, which is just the doors, which as you can see would normally have a sticker on them, but I have dispensed with the stickers. Okay, and then that goes like that. And then we have a door. It's hinged and everything in it. Alright. Get that on there. That on there. Excitement. I know I'm nearly done with this. Not that I'm not enjoying it, just you know, I want to see it together because it's big and satisfying. There you go. Got little doors. You can open up on either side. So yeah. It's quite fun. Okay, now to find out where all these other bloody parts go. Okay, that goes like that. That feels very bad to do. Because you basically everything's like everything around it has support except that central bit, and you have to push all your weight down on the center part of it, and you can feel the Lego bending, and you're just like, oh no, don't like that. Just put those fucking bits on wrong. Good job, I got this earlier out. Well, this out earlier, wasn't it? Wonderful. Wonderful. Beautiful. Perfect. Go full mask, add jet engines to the end of the doors, and rocket launcher under the bonnet. Yeah, that would be like, there's some mask things that were a bit shit, and that would be like the extent of their transformation. Like, it's a van. It's a plane. I had one of the, like a quite big mask thing when I was a kid. It was like an Indy car and a, like a car transporter for it. With a Native American stereotype man with it, which was possibly insensitive. Okay, and these bits go on here. Oh, and I've got the... There we go. I literally, for a second there, I was like, where did that go? Shit, where did that go? I feel like I'm going to have to push this through because there's way too much of that poking out the top because that's got to have this go on top of it. Yeah, that's just going to poke out a mile and it's supposed to only poke out a little bit, so wish me luck. I hate doing that. You don't know if you're going to pop the cog off inside. Okay.
Right.
Okay, 6 of those. Mask did a crossover with IDW Transformers. Is there anything that like hasn't had a crossover with Transformers in comics? That's not me being like flippant. I'm just genuinely curious because it just seems like everything has. I'm missing. One sec. There we go. Two of these little snubby things. I just need those 2. Okay. I believe there hasn't been a SpongeBob Transformers crossover yet. A streamed Wib builds a thing. Yeah, basically. Okay, right. There we go. Okay. These go back here. That goes there. So, when building a Lego kit, and there is the obvious connections for the wheels, but it doesn't put the wheels on until the very end, do you also have to fight the urge to put them on the entire time? Because I wanted to, and I know it makes them harder to build, because then they just roll around, but I want to. But I can't help myself, I won't. Because it does make it harder, and I know it does, so I don't do it, but I want to. Yeah, that's also true, Sal. Putting them on at the end, it does give a nice finality to the build. Okay. Speaking of which, this is the last step, so... There's the wheels. Now, I know I am missing one of the pieces from this set as well, so... this is supposed to have 2 big aerials, and I only have the 1. That's one of the ones I noticed when I was like getting everything out, and going like, oh, okay. It's a bit of a pisser. Keep saying that. I don't know why I've got that phrase, bit of a pisser, stuck in my head. But apparently I do. so I've got all those, and then one long boy of that. Okay. Clip the last few things in place. That's satisfyingly... Stop doing that. Okay, that goes back here. Is it the same? Yeah, it's on the same thing as that. Head kind of long thing's a literal bear. Yeah, I forget that like a lot of you don't know what he looks like. He is a secretive chap, as is everyone's choice. Not everyone is the weird brand of insecurity and narcissism to put their face all over the internet and in all their content. You know, hello. Put these on. Okay. First wheel goes on top. It's done, innit? Okay, let's move the shit out of the way so we can have a proper look at this thing. And then what we'll do is I'm going to try and modify this to deal with the fact that it's missing parts to make it look a little bit less weird. So it's just... I can stay there. Okay. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I am joking about putting your face on the internet being narcissism. I'm just joking at the fact that I put my face in all my fucking content. There was a joke at my expense and no one else's. But yeah. It is cool. And yeah, you turn the little wheel on top and it steers, which I always liked. Just a little... whoop, whoop, whoop. But yeah. Yeah, it's a nice chunky thing. And of course, all the doors can be opened. So you can get a good view on the inside. I guess if you were really, if you really wanted to, it's kind of empty on the inside, but you could totally build yourself an interior there if you had the parts for it. But yeah, no, I really like that. That's a really fun little thing. Yeah, I actually don't care that I don't have I'm not going to build the trailer for it. 'Cause yeah, if I know, like when I set this up, it was like I was going to build the trailer, but like that thing, if I'm missing so many parts from this, I don't think it's worth even attempting it, because there's definitely parts that were meant for that I've used in this. So then it's just going to be one of those problems that just goes along and along. So let's see, what do we have to fix with this? So we were missing that part there. So let's see if we can find something for that. I've got these parts here that I made a substitute, but I think I might try and replace, if I've got any like single studs, I might try and replace those. And then what else is there? Oh, and I've also got this thing here that's meant to have this in it. So let's see if I can put something different in there to make that kind of work. Yeah, okay, that's something to do with my time, innit? Okay. Okay, so what I can do is I can replace this grey bit, because I've got two black ones from the kit. So I'll replace that with a black one, and then I can put a black one on there, because this is from the boat. We're into uncharted waters now. Customization. Oh. There we go. It kind of matches up with where the black is on there as well, so it kind of has a bit of a kind of coherent kind of colour to it. I actually kind of like that. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so next thing, these. Do I have any single studs left from this? No, but I do have these little round ones. Actually, what I could do is just build the little lights into there instead. I'll do it. Oh, I'll compare it to a battle wagon in a second, don't worry. Let me just deal with this issue. Fine, I'll take it apart like a fucking proper Lego builder man person. And then completely forget how everything goes together. It's undoubtedly what I'm going to do. Which I already have. Okay, so that goes like that. So that means that goes on there. That goes on there. I'll see you, Slev. Sounds like we wish you had a brick separator. Yeah, it'd be terrible. What on earth? How did I do this? Ah, there we go. That's what I did. Got myself confused there. Shit, is that an old? Oh yeah. This is an old one, from the 90s. What's the date on this thing? Does it have a date on it? No, it just says Lego Group on it. Yeah, it's just one of the old ones. Okay, so only other thing I've got to look at is this thing here. Do I have another aerial? I've got a short one. Like one of these things. Will that look alright, or will that just look a bit silly? Yeah, I'm not super keen on that, to be honest. But I've got an idea. Which does involve taking this part. Okay. Okay. I sorted it. I just filled it in with parts that would just make it nice and smooth instead. Okay. There we go. That's so yeah. I've dealt with the few little irritants from it and made it into a nice little thing. So I do know that they did sell this kit. Like basically this van on its own, but it was a different colour. It was white and red and had a big number on it here. I mean, granted, this should have a number 5 on it. Yeah, number 5 it should have on it. But it was like a different one. It was like, yeah, it was red and white, I believe. Bits of blue on it, I think. But that was sold as like a separate kit. And I think there was a third variant of it that had huge wheels, like it was a monster truck style thing. But yeah, this came as part of the thing with the boat. But yeah, I really like that. That's a really fun little thing. I like it. I'm just going to do this for a while. But yeah, if I was more committed, I would try and build like an inside on that, but I just don't have the spare bricks to do things like that. Because you could totally make a nice little interior there, especially with some of the nice new parts that you have now. Because there's a bunch of room in there. And because it's like a bit of a bigger scale, because like, for frame of reference, like, this is more kind of like Lego Technic kind of man scale. But you wouldn't get him in here. Because there's no room for him. You can't be able to get his legs in there. But we can put a very tiny Ultraman in here, and so it can look like there is a baby Ultraman. And I think that is a really worthwhile thing to do. Oh no, is his head too big? I'm going to have to take this whole top bit off. This is worth it, everybody. I hope. There you go. Everything's falling apart, but it's fine because I'm going to put Ultraman inside it, and it's going to be really funny. You'll all see. You'll all rue the day. Oh shit, his head is slightly too big. I can't fit Ultraman in here, everyone. Okay, come here. It's the only minifig I have close, which is the one from that Speed Champions set earlier. So you can go in there so you can see what a tiny little baby a Lego man looks inside this. Oh, this is totally not worth it. Look at him, the tiny little baby. See, he's just so tiny. I guess I can probably just, I can at least get him out without having to worry about it. Ultraman was too ultra. It's true. It was the Ultra Van. Yes. Can go on the top of the Ultra Van. He doesn't need to drive it. He can only stay as Ultraman for 3 minutes. And if he stays as Ultraman for more than 3 minutes, he needs to inform his doctor. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say here. That's just that was like a nice little kit to build. Yeah, aside from the problems of obviously missing parts. But, you know, we worked around those. And I think we've got things that fix it. And yeah, now Ultraman sits on top of it. But yeah. Yeah. I like that. And you can make the thing spin on top by turning the wheels. If you're very, very bored. And you really want something that spins. Very exciting. I don't know if you can actually see, you can't see the mechanism because it's all buried inside, but yeah. But yeah. Cool kit, cool kit. Yeah, that's going to be me for tonight. Unless anyone has any questions or anything they want to ask. I don't know, just something to do in it. Like, about this kit or anything, like, before I go. Battle Wagon size comparison. Yeah, okay, cool. Wow, this is dusty. Excuse me 1 second. It's painted to be a little dirty looking, so it doesn't look... You won't notice quite how bad the dust is, but it's quite bad. I haven't used this in a while. There we go. Battle Wagon comparison. Quite big is the answer. But yeah. Like in terms of the turrets fell off, everything's gone wrong. But yeah, in terms of size, yeah, it's pretty big thing. Can it ride on the Battle Wagon? No, because this is a bit more delicate than that is. This is quite heavy. It's quite a chunky thing. Oh yeah, shit, that was the other thing that was missing. These things here. So I should try and see if I can come up with something to fill in there. Because it's supposed to be some exhausts that poke up. But obviously I don't have anything to go there. So, what do we have in here that could go in there just to fill up that space? Here we go. There's a couple of these. So yeah, there's supposed to be like a little hinge in here that has an exhaust on, so it has kind of an exhaust that pokes out there. But yeah, the hinge parts, like the bottom parts of them, for some reason I've not got either of the bottom parts. I've got both the top parts, but I haven't got any of the bottoms, which is really weird. I guess those just snapped off because they're really simple. But yeah, what I'm going to do is just pop in that little bit there, just to kind of fill in that space. It's not, strictly speaking, accurate, like an exhaust pipe would not just lead into the wheels. That'd be weird, but you know. Bit of artistic license. This would have been easier to do at the start, but well, I didn't know. I definitely not have the pieces then. There we go. Okay. How would you objectively review this model? I would objectively review this model as a 5 out of 5. It's cool. I like it a lot. I just like the model team kits, honestly. Like even like even missing the parts, like they have, because the problem with the Lego Technic stuff, especially the older things, like give me 1 sec. I've got a shitload of the instructions over here. Okay. So, the problem with Lego Technic stuff is, well, the old Lego Technic stuff, because the modern stuff is just a different thing, is they'd all be very abstracted. Like, they'd have these huge chunks kind of missing from stuff, and it's like a very... They're very building blocky. And that's fine, like, they are cool, I do like them. Oh yeah, there's a hovercraft. And a slightly shit helicopter. But even the really big ones, because this was the equivalent of, like, the nice big Bugattis, Porsches, Lamborghini ones that they do now. There's really fucking big ones. This was sort of the equivalent of them back in the day. I can't remember what its proper name is. Which I've got this kit still, although God knows how many pieces are missing from it at this point. Because this was just the kit that this was like my main kind of kit that I put everything else in, because the box was so big, it just became my box of Lego Technic. And I built everything, I built robots and mechs and shit out of it. But you can see, like, there's all these kind of chunks missing from it. And then when you get down to, like, lower scale, like Lego City stuff, it was a lot more basic. Especially back then, you didn't have your Speed Champion stuff or, like, the lovely stuff that you have now. And so model team stuff was sort of this stuff in the middle that, had like some little bits of the Technic stuff, so it had like little turnable wheels and stuff. But it has all the charm of like a Lego system set. They don't even use the term Lego system anymore, do they? I just always call like basic Lego that. And yeah, I just really like this era of them. Because you can look at some of the earlier ones and they look a bit crap. Comparatively, anyway, they're still quite charming, but they just don't look as good as this, like the like mid '80s like original run stuff. But yeah, and once you got to like the later era stuff, still look really cool, but I don't know, it lacks a little something of the charm. Whereas I don't know, this is just big and chunky, and I like it a lot. So yeah, I objectively review this one 5 out of 5. Yeah. Yeah. Hasn't been system since the early 2000s. Yeah, that checks out. My brother has a model like that, but with more colours. Well, as I said, they released at least 2 other versions of this same kit, just in different forms. One was just this on its own, and one was this, but with huge wheels. Clone Wars was my favourite line of Lego models. You see, that's the thing. Because I'm quite a bit older than you, Sal. I was sort of getting out of playing with Lego. Because I was entering my that phase of being a teenager where you are trying to cast aside childish things and you become the most boring, fucking tedious teenager. And so that's when the Lego Star Wars stuff came out. And so yeah, I never got any at the time. I do have a couple of bits of Lego Star Wars, little bits now, but yeah, now I'm a grown up, I can buy my own kits, and I don't have to give a shit, and I can build it on stream for people, because that's the thing that my life contains now. But yeah, I'll get off now. I'm just gushing over how much I like this thing. It's really fun. I have nowhere to put this. Literally nowhere. It's too big. I don't know where it's going to live, but I want to keep it somewhere because I like it a lot. And it's rolled quite satisfyingly. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop. I'm just having fun now. Yeah, I'm not disassembling this. This is staying together. It's my beautiful baby boy. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Got something out of it because I enjoyed doing this. So, thank you very much for watching, and I and the wonderful music of D-Rock that has been with you this whole time will bid you good day. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and goodbye.